Happy Hump Day, everybody. Wednesday, June 26th. Can you believe it? The end of the month is here. Welcome to Houston Life. I'm Derek Shore, along with Taisha Walker.
Hi, nice to be here.
We're so glad to have you filling in while Courtney is off, and many of you probably recognize Taisha because she is one of our Channel 2 reporters on the Nightside Beat. So typically, you're not here in the studio with us. You're running around the city covering breaking news.
Correct. Meeting new people, telling their stories, good and bad.
Good and bad,
Yes.
I know. It's a tough job. We always talk about our reporters and how much respect we have for them because you make it look easy, but not only do you report on all things under the sun, but you've got to do it in the Houston weather, which can be tricky.
That is the hardest part. It's not getting people to talk to you. It's how do I prevent my makeup from melting? How do I make sure that my hair's not, suffering from humidity? But no, it's fun. It's something new every day.
And you moved to Houston in, what, January of 2018?
Correct. So I'm a year and a half this month, which it doesn't seem like a year and a half.
Goes by fast, huh?
When you're having fun, as they say.
And does it feel like home?
It does. It does so far. And, my family's been out a couple of times. I have my friends coming next month, two sets of friends. And then my other brother, which I'll talk about later, is coming next month.
Okay, perfect. So you have some visitors. Originally Jamaican, by the way. I didn't realize until today.
Yes, which I think it was fitting because it's like Caribbean American Heritage Month. But I was actually born in the States. I'm from Queens, New York, and my family lives in Jamaica, New York. I don't know if they moved to Jamaica from Jamaica, if that was on purpose or not. But I was the only one out of my siblings and my parents to be born in America.
Wait, so I have to ask you, if you're from New York, though, and your parents, I'm assuming, have a Jamaican accent, you don't have what I would consider a Jamaican or a New York-sounding accent.
Journalism school. Journalism school. I blame it on Syracuse University. They stripped it away. But yeah, that's odd because people are like, you're not from New York. You're from like Middle America. And then when I moved to Middle America for one of my news jobs, they're like, okay, are you from California?
You're kidding.
Yeah, no one ever knows where I'm from. So.
You say California like it's a bad thing.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But what did your parents, though, and I think we have some family photos that we can show. What did your parents think when you went off to journalism school? Is that your dad?
That is my brother, and I'm so telling him.
I'm going to say, it looks like your brother.
That's my brother. He's the eldest. He's a lawyer. He's been here twice. And it's not for me. It's for the crawfish.
Oh, and that's in Chicago with the bean.
Yeah, so that was 3 weeks ago. My mom is off to the left with the blue and white pant. So much fun. She's funny. She's been here too. She came in December and spent a week. There she is. She's sassy. She's a diva.
Also looks like she could be your sister.
I'll tell her that. But yeah, she speaks patois. So that's the Jamaican tongue. It's almost like English, but broken English. And I can speak it. Don't put me on the spot. But I choose not to because I feel like it's not as authentic.
Oh, okay.
Because I wasn't born there. It's weird, but I totally understand the tongue.
I think you fully have license to speak it, for sure. Yeah. It's in your blood, it's your heritage. Interesting, by the way, because you see Taisha out covering the news, but I understand you were a rather shy child, and that even at your 8th birthday party, you hid in the closet while they were singing happy birthday to you?
I did, and these are my classmates. These are people that I know, and I just did not like the attention on me. And so they were like, happy birthday to you. And I ran upstairs and hid in the closet. My mom would take me to work, and these people would send me snacks and gifts, so I knew them by name. I knew who they were, and she'd be like, here's Larry. And I'm like hiding behind her, like,
okay,
very
so
shy.
At what point in your life did that change?
High school. I studied law. I wanted to be a lawyer, but decided to study journalism once I heard about the Emma Bowen Foundation, which gave me a start in journalism. It helps minorities get into radio and TV. So I was like, okay, there's scholarship. Why not? Let's follow that path. But it was, me studying to be a lawyer. You kind of can't be a shy lawyer, right? You have to represent people.
Yeah.
So I kind of just came out of my shell.
And then what was your first TV job?
Ooh, in Rapid City, South Dakota. It was cold.
Wait, so why do you say it like that? Just because the weather was hard to deal with?
Yes, the weather was hard to deal with. It was a culture shock coming straight from New York. I know you remember, you just asked me about what did my family think.
Yeah.
My mom didn't want me to go because I'm the youngest. I'm her baby. And so she's like, you don't know anybody there? You've never been there? And I'm like, but Mom, I need to get a start. And we laugh and joke about it today, but it was gorgeous. That had to have been one of the prettiest states that I've been to. Mount Rushmore, the Badlands, Crazy Horse, all these wind caves. And I think I know where you're going. But yeah, a lot of bison and buffalo there too.
Okay, so when you're out and you're covering a story around animals, I mean, animals are unpredictable, right?
Right.
So did anything crazy ever happen to you?
Yeah, so this was a day that I wasn't working. I went to check out Custer State Park, which is a very popular tourist place. You can see buffalo and all these wildlife. And so there was traffic ahead of us. We're trying to exit the park. And I'm like, why is everybody stopping? And you see just like buffalo all over, and they're massive animals.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
huge,
they're huge.
And they're scary. And so the car in front of us goes, and then we're just kind of still stalled there. And then this big one, I don't know if he's the alpha, just came to my side. I was in the passenger side with his eyes, and he was like, I have the video. It's on my YouTube page. That was scary because I didn't think that I was going to make it out. And right around that time, that State Farm commercial, I don't know if you remember, with the buffalo and they got stuck in the herd, came out. Yeah, that was pretty scary.
So the glass was between you, right?
That was all. You could see the steam from his breath on the window. Like, it was seriously scary. I thought it was going to crush us.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you lived to tell
the story.
the story.
And so many more after that.
And so many more. It's funny too when we have so many reporter friends, you do as well, and everyone has a different story about how they got into TV and all the different markets they worked in. But you know, live TV, anything can happen, right?
Right. That is true. You never know. People will say things or do things, and it's kind of like you work 8 hours, like your whole day for a minute and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really what our days boil down to. So you want to do such a good job with that story in that minute and a half. Oh, they found the video.
By the way, there's the buffalo video.
And there I am.
Wow,
So he kind of brought
they
his
were
friends over.
Right up. Oh, wow.
And you know, it was around winter, so I think maybe there was still some salt on the car that they could taste. There he goes.
So he's rubbing his head sort of all over the hood
Yeah,
of
look
the
at the
car?
side eye. He's giving me the side eye right there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, yeah. Look at it. He's staring me down. And then he brought his friend over. Like, check out that girl right there.
Oh, man. That would have been a heart-stopping moment.
It was, and once we finally got clear, we sped off. I was like, go, 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 go.
Once you were free. Once I was covering a story in Africa, in Kenya, and African buffalo are similar but different, and their horns sort of go down around the sides of their heads, almost like they have a bob haircut. But I remember one morning at the little place where I was staying, getting dressed and felt like I was being watched, and suddenly there was this giant buffalo outside my window, and the element of surprise made me a little bit nervous. Well, listen, Taisha, you chose a great day to come here to Houston Life because we've got some great food dishes on the show. Before we get to all that, though, I want to ask you about your name because people have a hard time pronouncing this name.
Right. So my sister named me. All my siblings, they have Marvin, Charlene, Donald, and my sister decided to name me Taisha because of a girl in her class that she admired.
Okay.
So my mom did the wrong thing. She was like, sure, you can name her Taisha. So my family is Jamaican, so they pronounce it Taisha.
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 Taisha instead of Taisha.
So I go by Taisha because I figured 3 syllables would be easier for people to get.
Okay.
I get Taisha.
Taisha.
It's never Tasha. You won't believe this, but it's been happening for 9 years since I've been reporting 4 different states, always on the phone. Guess what people call me? I'm like, this is Taisha Walker calling from KPRC, trying to set up a story, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, hold on.
I have no idea.
Peggy. Peggy. It happened to me last week. I kid you not. It happened to me last week.
I'm sorry. So you say, this is Taisha Walker calling from
Correct.
KPRC Channel 2, and they say, hold on, Peggy?
Peggy. Or so I'm like, okay, maybe it's the first and last name that's tripping them up, so I'll just say Taisha, still Peggy. So my last market, I worked in Kansas City, and this is how like the universe is trying to punish me. So I sit next to a reporter named
Peggy.
I'm like, seriously, guys?
No way.
This joke is no longer funny.
How does that happen?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a linguist or someone out there that can
Who can explain the
and
psychology behind?
But literally it happens. It's been happening for 9 years. It just happened last week. And some people didn't believe me. I would put it on speakerphone. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they really did just call you Peggy.
Hold on, Peggy. You know when you go sometimes to the coffee shop and they ask for your name and then they write it on your cup, and it's always interesting to see the odd spelling. Courtney sometimes gets corny. Corny like C-O-R-N-Y. And you know, my sweet mom, Bobby Sharon Nicole Shore, who's been here on Houston Life several times, she has sort of a deeper voice. She's like an alto singer, for those of you choir folks out there. And she often will get on the phone. She'll call a business or whomever on the phone, and they'll say, hold on, sir. My mom gets called sir on the phone all the time.
Wow. Wow, wow.
Isn't that funny? And also, you're sort of known around the newsroom as being the one who loves to bake and bring in banana bread. Why have I never tried this delicious-looking banana bread?
I don't know. I'm going to have to bring in some banana bread next time.
Look at that. I have never seen banana bread quite like that.
Well, you know you have to eat with your eyes as well. So I'm into gourmet cooking. That's all I watch. If you look at my Hulu, Netflix, it's food shows, competition, shows, just documentaries about food. I could talk to you about food all day long. So not only do I like to bake, I cook as well, and I like to eat food around Houston.
Well, amazing. Houston is the perfect city for you then, because...
Oh my gosh, not when you're on TV. You don't want to upsize your clothes.
You gotta eat. Okay, so one of the ways we like to get to know our guest hosts is by playing rapid fire. Okay. So the first thing that comes to mind, go ahead and go for it, all right?
Sure.
Here we go. Favorite smell? We've never asked that one.
Floral.
Floral. Okay, sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Celeb look-alike?
Kerry Washington.
Oh, that's a good one. Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Who do you admire the most?
My mom.
Oh.
She sacrificed a lot for us.
That's amazing. That's so sweet. Your go-to dance move?
I don't know. I guess a two-step.
Okay, I'm going to teach you the sprinkler.
Oh, I know that one.
That's one of my favorites. It's a go-to. Works every time. Most used emoji?
The heart face.
Oh, that's a good one. Are you binge watching anything right now?
I just finished The Handmaid's Tales.
Oh, really?
Yeah, season 3.
Isn't it really depressing?
It is depressing, but you just can't stop watching it.
Oh, okay. See the future or change the past?
Change the past.
Oh, wow. Okay, one thing we don't know about you.
I'm into skincare.
You do have very nice skin.
Thank you.
Not surprised to hear that answer. Well, we are so glad to have you with us today, Taisha. We're going to have a lot of fun. And by the way, today we are highlighting a brand new resort, but get this, it's for your pets. It is a one-stop location for daycare, exercising, boarding, even grooming for dogs and cats. Of course, they need that. The grand opening is happening this Saturday, but today we will get a preview.
Looks like fun. And today we're also celebrating Caribbean American Heritage Month with a dish my family has been making for years. The Reggae Hut is in the kitchen cooking up some escovitch snapper.
Oh, that sounds delicious. And speaking of delicious food, coming up next on Houston Life, we are sharing a delicious wings recipe perfect for any 4th of July event. So don't go away, stay with us. We will be right back.
KPRC Channel 2 wants to be your go-to weather team.
Go-to weather, practically our middle name.
Cambrell Cold Chill Marshall. Brita Breezy B. Merwin.